Welcome to another edition of Red Mountain Rules and Expectations. Today we'll be talking about our lunchroom rules. Alright, first off, be safe. Use both hands to carry your tray. Walk carefully and keep your hands, feet, and objects to yourselves. Also, only eat after sitting down. Don't be eating while you're walking, and watch for spills. Here's a class all lined up. Look how they have their hands on their tray. No one-handed tray holders. Walking carefully, watching where they're going, and being very kind and considerate to those that are serving them. Make sure you thank our lunch workers because they work really hard each day. You'll also notice kids are keeping their hands and feet to themselves, sitting quietly and doing what they're supposed to in the lunchroom. Next we have be respectful. Keep voices, feet, and hands quiet. Eat only your own food and listen to adult helpers and follow directions. Here's a video clip of somebody trying to share their food, and this is what you're supposed to do. Look at that kid. He said, "No way, man, not supposed to share food." Next is be responsible. Clean up after yourself. Sit quietly at your table until you're excused by your teacher. And be a good friend. Look at these folks, cleaning up after themselves, throwing their garbage in the appropriate place, not leaving it at their table. Finally, be ready to learn. Just use proper table manners. Don't do anything that you wouldn't do at home and your mom would be ashamed of. Keep your hands to yourself. Don't burp. Don't steal other people's food. Just walk, just like these kids are doing today. Alright, next we're going to talk about our rules and expectations in the library. First, to be safe, we push in our chairs and we're aware of our personal space. Don't run into each other.
Push in your chair, make sure everybody's chair is pushed in.
They all tuck in their chairs.
And go line up at the
They
door.
don't shove, they don't push, they don't run. They just walk to the doorway quietly. Great examples.
Hey, set.
Next, be sure to treat your books with kindness and keep your hands and feet and voices quiet. So here are those same kids. They're sitting at their tables reading books, not turning the pages quickly so that they'll rip, and they're being very proper with them. As you notice, this young man's going back, switching a book, not throwing it, treating them with respect, as well as each other. And be responsible. Return your books each week so that you can get a new book. Otherwise, you won't be able to get one, and you may lose the privilege of taking them home. And finally, be ready to learn. Follow the Kiva rules and listen and follow directions from Mrs. DuPaul. Here's some kids sitting there with excited faces in the Kiva, but they're sitting quietly and listening. That's how we need to act. Alright, last one for today is the computer labs, both the Success Maker Lab and our regular computer lab. First thing is to be safe. Make sure you just push chairs in so people don't trip as they're leaving. Next, be respectful. Keep the chair still, keep your hands on your own computer, and walk quietly in the hallway. Next is be responsible. Be on time for the computer lab. Care for the equipment and straighten your area. We've had some of these computers for a long time, and that's because we have taken care of them, so continue to do so. And finally, be ready to learn. Keep both hands on the keyboard, listen to and follow directions. Alright, now let's take a look at a class who does all of this at once. Notice they're all sitting. When they stand up, they straighten their areas, push in their chairs, and do what they're supposed to and wait quietly for directions. So please treat our technology with respect, and we will have some good stuff here to work with at Red Mountain. And let's remember to be safe, be responsible, be respectful, and let's be ready to learn at Red Mountain Elementary.